fairy tale, The Wolf and the Seven Kids. In a hut in the forest, there lived a mother goat. She had 7 children, 7 little goats, whom she loved very much. During the day, the goat went to the forest searching for food and told the kids, close doors tightly and not open it for anyone.
Okay.
When the mother goat returned, she knocked on the door and sang. She knocked on the door and sang. Kids, kids, open up, your mother is here. I brought you milk. The goats heard their mother's voice and opened the door for her. Their mommy fed them milk and then went back into the forest. Once, a grey wolf overheard the mother, how she sang at her hut's door, and decided to trick the kids and eat them. He waited until the mother goat left and ran to the hut and roared in a rough voice, "Kids, kids, open up, your mother is back. I have brought you milk." The kids heard the rough voice and said, "Get out of here, you're not our mum. She has a sweet, soft voice. Yours is rough and horrible, you're a wolf." Then the wolf ran to the milkman, bought a big piece of butter, ate it, and his voice became soft. He returned again to the kids, knocked on the door and sang, "Kids, kids, open up, your mother is back. I've brought you milk." The goats heard the song and ran to the door. But they saw black paws and shouted, "We won't open the door. Our mom's paws are not black. You're a wolf." Then the wolf ran to the miller and bought lots of flour and sprinkled it on his feet. For the 3rd time, the wolf ran to the kids' hut and knocked on the door and sang, "Kids, kids, open up, your mother is here. I've brought you milk." The goats heard the song, rushed to the door and saw white paws and thought that the mother goat had come, and they opened the door. The wolf jumped into the house and rushed at the goats. The goats got scared and hid wherever they could. The first hid under the table. The second hid under the bed. The third climbed into the oven. The fourth hid in the kitchen. The fifth hid in the closet. The sixth hid under the trough. And the seventh hid in the tub. But the wolf soon found all of them and ate them. He did not notice only one, the 7th, in the tub. Having eaten his fill, the wolf left the house and lay down in the meadow under a big tree and fell asleep. By evening, the mother goat returned home. She saw that the door was wide open and the tables and benches overturned. The trough was broken and everything was lying on the floor. She began to call out and look for her children, but they were nowhere to be found. Suddenly, she heard a small voice from the tub. "I'm here, Mummy." The mother goat pulled the smallest goat out of the tub.
Wow.
He told her that the wolf had come and eaten his brothers and sisters. The mother goat ran to catch up with the wolf, and the little goat ran behind her. They rushed to the meadow and saw the wolf lying under a tree and snoring. The branches even swayed from his snoring. The goat got closer and looked at the wolf. Something was moving in its stomach. "Those are my children. They are still alive," she said. and sent the little goat home for scissors, a needle, and some thread. The mother goat cut open the belly of the wolf, and all 6 kids jumped out, safe and sound. She was overjoyed. The mother goat said to the children, "Hurry and collect some stones for me." The kids went and gathered stones, and she filled the wolf's belly with them. The goat quickly sewed up his stomach. The goat hid with her kids in the bushes and waited. A short time later, the wolf woke and was thirsty. He went to the lake and bent down to the water, but the heavy stones made it hard to balance, and the wolf fell into the water and drowned. Seeing this, the kids all shouted with joy, "Hooray, the wolf is no more!" And together with the mother goat, they all went happily home. Subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and click on the bell so you do not miss anything. The fairy tale, Puss in Boots. Once there lived a baker, and he had 3 sons. When the father got old and was gone, the brothers decided to share the inheritance among themselves. The elder took the bakery and started baking buns. The middle son got the donkey and the cart, and the youngest son just got the cat. The poor youngest son was very upset by this injustice. The cat saw that its owner was sad and said, "Don't cry, master. I'll think of something. I just need a strong bag with strings and a good pair of boots." The younger brother was surprised but tried not to show it. He had known for a long time that the cat was cunning. Would he really come up with something? Once the cat got everything it asked for, it quickly put on its shoes and went to a nearby grove. The cat knew that hares lived there, and he was going to catch some. For this, he had delicious cabbage in store at the very bottom of his bag. The cat found a sunny meadow and pretended to be sound asleep. Oops. And then a silly bunny climbed in the bag looking for a treat, and the cat tightened the ties. With the bunny on his shoulder, the cat went straight to the palace. The cat was brought into the royal office. He bowed respectfully and pointed to the bag. "Your Majesty, my lord the Marquis of Carabas instructed me to deliver this humble gift." The king liked the gift, and he handed the cat the royal gratitude for the Marquis. Nobody knew that the name the Marquis of Carabas was invented by the cat for his master to show that he was an important and distinguished person. The next day, the cat caught 2 partridges. A day later, a pheasant, then a rabbit. Every day, the cat went hunting and took the booty to the palace, and always said that he was doing it on behalf of his master, the Marquis of Carabas. One day, the cat found out that the king was going for a walk with his daughter and would be passing a very interesting river. The cat had a great idea. "Take my advice, master," the cat said and danced with impatience. "Do what I tell you and I will bring you good luck. All you need to do is go to the river to swim. Only do so exactly in the place I show you." The Marquis of Carabas had long ago ceased to be surprised by the advice of his cat. Therefore he obeyed, went to the river, and even swam a little. Just then a carriage carrying the king and princess passed by. The cat jumped across the carriage's path, desperately waving his paws and shouting, "Help! Faster! Faster! My master is drowning!" The king recognized the cat that had brought him gifts and ordered the guards to quickly pull the drowning person out of the river. Okay. During this, the cat managed to tell the king that robbers had attacked the Marquis of Carabas. They took away his clothes and pushed him into the river. It's good that the king didn't see the trousers and the shirt of the Marquis that the cunning cat had buried by the river under a stone. By order of the king, the Marquis of Carabas was brought the best court attire, in which he looked like a prince and even better, so that the princess at once fell in love with the handsome man. The king also liked the polite and humble young man, and he invited him to continue riding in the royal carriage. The cat was happy. Everything had gone exactly according to plan. Using all his strength, the cat rushed, running ahead of the carriage. Probably if he had wings, he would have flown. A large meadow appeared where the peasants were gathering hay. The cat called out to them without stopping. "Good people, if they ask whose land this is, please say the Marquis of Carabas. Otherwise, there will be no legs and no horns left of you."
Okay.
The king was surprised when he looked out of the carriage and asked, "What good hay? Whose lands are these?" "The Marquis of Carabas," the frightened peasants answered in unison. "It's a glorious meadow." The king rejoiced for the Marquis, and he just nodded modestly. In the fields where grain was harvested, the peasants also confirmed that the harvest belonged to the Marquis of Carabas. Next was the garden of the Marquis of Carabas, then his house, then his shop, his mill, and even his bakery. And the cat kept running forward and ordered everyone to say that all the houses, fields, and livestock belonged to the Marquis of Carabas. Otherwise, yes, no horns and no legs. In fact, the cat knew that the fields, houses, and gardens which they passed along the way belonged to the richest ogre giant in the land. He was not loved and was feared. He was very scary and greedy, and lived near the road in a huge, beautiful castle, which was even more beautiful than the castle of the king himself. The cat was in a hurry. The trickster knew in advance about the magic power of the giant and wanted to meet him first. The cat knocked on the gate, bowed respectfully at the owner of the house and said that he admired the giant's talents. "I heard," whispered the cat, "that you can become any animal you want. For example, a lion." "Easily," growled the giant, and so quickly became a lion. The cat was even frightened and shocked. He tried to run up onto the roof, but in boots it was not very easy. The cat rolled off the roof, and that made the giant laugh. "All right, a lion, it is big," said the cat, brushing himself off. "How about something small? I would never believe that a giant could become a little bunny, or even a mouse." "You don't believe me?" The giant got angry and immediately turned into a tiny grey mouse. The cat glared at it with one eye, caught it with one long jump, and swallowed it. Because even in boots, he still remained a champion mouser. When the carriage drove up to the castle, the cat was already at the gate. "It's a great honor for me to hail the beloved king at the castle of the Marquis of Carabas." "Wow!" the king exclaimed. "What a castle! I really want to see everything here, to take a look around, if you will." The Marquis of Carabas will of course allow that, and the cat led the tour. In the great guest hall, they were looking forward to a great dinner. The king was so delighted that he immediately agreed to give his daughter to the Marquis in marriage. And the cat was granted a title. Now they address him only as Your Highness the Cat. He still catches mice, but only for his own pleasure. That's it, my dear friends. A cunning and enterprising cat helped his master get married to a princess and become rich. So remember, never ever give up. Ingenuity and resourcefulness will help in the most difficult situations. The main thing is to believe in yourself, and everything will work out. Subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and don't forget to share our fairy tales with your friends.